were meant to stay encrypted. But some signals were never meant to be found. They originate from the void. Welcome to the unindexed world. Are kept in the dark.
Think about the most dangerous criminals in history: bank robbers, pirates, or mob bosses. But in the digital age, the most wanted man in America didn't need a gun or a getaway car. All he needed was a public payphone. This is the story of Kevin Mitnick, the world's most famous hacker, a man who broke into 40 major corporations, bypassed global security defense systems, and became a legend in the cyber underworld. But the most shocking part, he didn't do it for money. He did it just to see if he could. Today, we are uncovering the unbelievable story of the ghost in the wires. Kevin's story started in Los Angeles during the late 1970s. As a teenager, he wasn't interested in games or sports. He was obsessed with how things worked. Before computers were everywhere, Kevin hacked the city's bus system. He figured out a way to duplicate bus tickets so he could ride anywhere in the city completely for free. Soon, his obsession moved to the telephone system. In those days, a subculture called phone freaks found secret ways to manipulate phone networks. Kevin discovered that by playing specific audio tones into a public phone, he could trick the system into making free long-distance calls all over the world. This wasn't just about avoiding a bill. For Kevin, it was a discovery. He realized that the massive systems protecting our society were full of hidden backdoors. As technology evolved, Kevin moved from telephones to computer networks, and he quickly developed a superpower. It wasn't just about typing lines of code. Kevin became the master of what we now call social engineering. Social engineering is the art of manipulating human behavior. Kevin realized that the weakest link in any security system is not the software, it is the human being behind the screen. He could call a multi-million-dollar technology company, pretend to be a high-ranking security manager, and sound so authoritative that employees would simply read their secret passwords to him over the phone. He didn't have to hack the computer, he just talked his way inside. Using this technique, he easily stole valuable software code from giant corporations like Motorola and Nokia. By the 1980s, Kevin's games became a national security threat. In 1982, he pulled off his most famous stunt. He hacked directly into NORAD, the North American Aerospace Defense Command. This was the highly secure military system responsible for tracking nuclear missiles. The government was absolutely terrified. Rumors spread that Kevin could whistle into a payphone and launch a nuclear missile from solitary confinement. While that was a myth, the fear was very real. The FBI launched a massive manhunt to catch him, but Kevin was always one step ahead. For more than 2 years, he lived on the run as a fugitive. He used cloned cellular phones to scramble his signal and hide his physical location. Every time the police thought they had him surrounded, Kevin vanished like a ghost. He even hacked the FBI's own phone lines, listening to the agents as they planned his arrest. He knew their every move before they did. But no one stays hidden forever. The FBI teamed up with a brilliant cybersecurity expert named Tsutomu Shimomura. Kevin had made a mistake. He broke into Shimomura's personal computer. Shimomura took it personally. He used advanced tracking technology to trace Kevin's cellular signals to an apartment in North Carolina. In February 1995, the FBI finally kicked down Kevin's door. The world's most elusive cyber fugitive was trapped. The government wanted to make an example out of him. Kevin was sentenced to 5 years in prison. His time in custody was extreme because the authorities still believed the myth that he could start a war through a telephone. They kept him in solitary confinement for over 8 months. He was completely banned from touching a computer or even a phone. When Kevin was finally released, the digital world had changed. But instead of going back to crime, he did something incredible. He went white hat. Kevin used his brilliant mind to help the very people who had locked him up. He started his own security firm and became a trusted consultant to Fortune 500 companies and governments worldwide. He showed them how easy it was for criminals to exploit their employees. He spent the rest of his life teaching the world how to protect themselves from the next Kevin Mitnick. Kevin passed away in 2023, leaving behind a legacy that shaped the entire modern cybersecurity industry. He proved that in a world controlled by technology, knowledge is the ultimate power. As you lock your phone or type your password today, remember the story of the ghost in the wires. Security is an illusion, and the human voice can be the most dangerous hacking tool of all.